Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and you're having a lovely day. Thank you for joining this session. We are really excited to be here today to talk to you about DevOps and Cloud. So, these two topics, they're something that go way beyond being just buzzwords. They are actually powering a lot of the innovation that's happening in tech right now. These areas are full of opportunities, especially for women to lead and shape the future of tech. I'm Jyoti Mathur. I'm Director Consulting Delivery at CGI, where I lead the cloud practice for our emerging technologies team. I've been in this space for over 12 years, and honestly, it still amazes me how quickly things evolve and everything that's possible. I really enjoy working with cloud technologies, and I've used it ma- uh, for many applications. I've used it to simplify processes, to cut costs, and also to build solutions that support the real business growth, especially in this fast moving digital world. And I am super excited to be joined by my awesome colleague, Sanya Sharma. She's a consultant with over 6 years of experience in DevOps. And she's had a strong focus on cloud infrastructure and automation. And she's done some incredible work to drive innovation and build secure and scalable DevOps solutions. Sanya, you're always exploring new tools and ideas around DevOps and cloud. Is there anything you would like to add?
Thank you, Jyoti. It's a pleasure to meet you all. And I'm very excited today to talk about DevOps, cloud, its magic, so many different tools, new technologies. But before we get into this nitty gritty, for those less familiar with CGI, so Jyoti, do you have something to say about our company, like what makes our company unique?
That's a great question. For me, it really comes down to our focus on people. I think we are very intentional about creating a diverse and inclusive environment. An environment where everyone feels respected, they feel supported, and they feel like they truly belong. With CGI, we're not just employees, we are real partners in our clients' success. And what makes a big difference is how our leadership actively encourages us to lead, to innovate, and to grow. And as women in tech, I think we all can agree that that kind of support is incredibly meaningful. What about you, Sanya? Has your experience at CGI felt as empowering and supportive as that?
Absolutely, Jyoti. So you have really captured all the essence, like what it feels like to work at CGI here. And we know that CGI invests in our development through training programs, certification, mentorships, and many other growth opportunities. It has so many formal and informal programs to lift women up. And I feel that it's really like incredibly rewarding mentoring all the women who have just started their journey in tech. And this sense of growth in community, it's like it makes it more than a workplace.
Absolutely, you covered that so well. And speaking of growth, let's talk about continuous improvement using DevOps and what really powers it. So, at its core, it's a continuous cycle. It starts with planning, then it moves through coding, building, testing, releasing, deploying, operating, and also monitoring. And I think the real magic is how each step flows into the next, and it creates this ongoing rhythm of learning and improvement. Sanya, do you want to go into how this cycle shows up in our day to day work?
Sure. So to me, like this DevOps is like a well orchestrated dance where each phase, which you have explained, matters. We kick off with planning and we use tools like Jira, Azure Boards, and then we move on to coding where we use Git for tracking, for versioning, and then comes this build phase where we just automate all the builds and they are faster using the tools like Jenkins, GitLab CI.
Exactly. And once we've built the code, It's testing that takes the spotlight. That's where tools like Selenium or JUnit come in to help us make sure that everything's working as expected, as it should. And when it's time to release and deploy, we rely on tools like AWS Code Deploy and Kubernetes to roll out updates and to do that in a smooth manner and as consistently as possible across all the different environments.
Yes, and then comes the operating phase. Like we automate the infra using tools like Terraform and Ansible. And then comes monitoring, where we use tools like Prometheus, Grafana, Datadog, which gives us some real time insights so we can catch all these issues which we encounter as soon as possible.
Absolutely. And that constant loop is really what makes DevOps so powerful. It really lets us move fast so that we catch issues early and we keep delivering better software faster, right?
Yes, and you know what's really amazing? These clouds like Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, AWS take all of this to the next level. Like instead of waiting forever for these servers and hardware, you just snap and boom, and the environment is ready to go. So, have you seen this kind of magic Jyoti in action?
Absolutely, Sanya. So it really feels like cloud is our ultimate sidekick. So platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, they don't just give us infrastructure. They come with a whole toolbox of DevOps tools. Things like Azure pipelines or Google Cloud Build, they take care of the repetitive tasks. So we can focus on what we actually love, things like building and shipping cool features. It's like having a tireless robot assistant that's always got our back.
Exactly. And the best part, you pay for what you use. It's so cost efficient. Moreover, the cloud monitoring tools, um, in that, like we already discussed about Prometheus, Grafana, we catch any issues. So that's a game changer for us. And we can say that cloud make us faster, flexible by all these, giving us all these cool features.
Yeah, so for any of you thinking about stepping into DevOps or cloud, you absolutely belong here. These fields thrive on fresh ideas and problem solving and resilience. All these things are something that women bring in abundance. Now, let's shift gears and let's talk about the emerging technologies team. So, we are a team of passionate problem solvers and innovators. And I'm especially proud to say that we have some amazing women leading the way, some of whom you can see right here with their brilliant smiles. This group of women that you see are a part of a larger team that provides DevOps and cloud capabilities to our clients.
Don't we look great here? Like DevOps and cloud, everything is so exciting, I agree. But without this team, the work would amount to nothing. And it's the people and our values, I think, which matter more to us. Here, every day is different, and we are continuously collaborating, brainstorming together. So, I would say that it's not just about tech. I really think it's about trust and support we has as a team. What do you think, Jyoti?
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. And actually, to really paint a picture, I often see myself as a conductor, bringing together different teams, different technologies, making sure that everything works in harmony. There are so many different moving parts, and we rely on each other's strengths to deliver the best results for our clients. Whether it's applying SRE principles, it's fine tuning security, or even just offering a fresh perspective on a problem, it all comes down to collaboration and teamwork. What do you think about that, Sanya?
It definitely comes down to our values, the collaboration and teamwork you talked about. And what I think to grow in this field, you not only need the greatest tools like AWS, Azure, Splunk, ServiceNow, all which you can see on the screen, But you also need a collaborative mindset and a willingness to learn and adapt every day.
Absolutely. And in this field, our technical expertise combined with our core values, it really allows us to create meaningful client engagements and achieve some fantastic outcomes for both our team and theirs. Now, let's give everyone a peek into the services that this team focuses on. So, just to give you some background, we are strategic partners who help our clients transform their businesses and meet their unique needs with every solution that we offer. While we also have a fantastic AI and analytics team, I'll focus on cloud for now to keep things relevant. First, we have cloud maturity assessment. This is where we really get to understand the client's environment. So we start by evaluating their current technology. Then we move on to discover their inventory to figure out what assets and resources they have. After that, we look at what's working, what isn't, and we help them make the best decision to move forward. Finally, we wrap it all up with clear recommendations to guide their cloud journey. Next, there's cloud migration. Here, we help clients build a cloud strategy and a strategy that's built for the future. And we help them speed up modernization of their applications and data and make sure that their cloud portfolio is fully optimized to meet their needs. Then, with FinOps, SRE, and Green IT, we combine financial management, operational best practices, and sustainability. Our proven framework, it ensures that we give transparent cost management, better resilience, and a focus on reducing the client's carbon footprint. Security and compliance is another major focus for us, from data encryption and secrets management to app security, disaster recovery, and compliance automation. We make sure that their cloud environment is secure and that it meets all the necessary regulations. And finally, with cloud modernization, we drive technology advancements by leading services and using trusted partners and platforms. And we create a new opportunity through strategic partnerships and joint go to market efforts.
And that's not just talk, it's a proven approach. So, Jyoti, let's bring this life with some real world example. So, one project that immediately comes to my mind is a major telecom client. This client was facing many challenges. Firstly, they were using different tools and all the teams were working in silos, you can say, which was leading towards inefficiency. They had higher cost and all the release cycles were very slow. And then what? We just leverage our expertise in DevSecOps and SRE and transform their DevOps. We modernize and standardize their tool chain. And in that, we implemented instances like GitLab, Artifactory, and Ansible. And then we introduced some SRE practices by implementing monitoring alerting. And the results, they were truly game changing.
That's awesome, Sanya. What were some of the challenges that this was able to help solve?
We resolved many challenges, and I could say that we decommissioned a bunch of duplicate tools, reducing tooling and infrastructure cost. We improved their software reusability and system reliability and standardized all their release processes. So I think this was a great project. So what's one project which comes to your mind, Jyoti?
For me, one engagement that really stands out is a top tier investment institution that we worked with. So they brought us in to help optimize their cloud spend. And what we uncovered was actually pretty eye opening. They had unmanaged costs, idle resources, and they had very little automation. So we rolled out a full FinOps strategy. That meant evaluating their technical landscape, adopting infrastructure as code, right sizing their cloud instances, and putting a proper approval process in place. It was a comprehensive end to end approach that touched every layer of their cloud environment. And the impact, in just 1 month, we reduced their cloud bill by 21%, with a projected total savings of up to 49%. That's over $2 million unlocked. But what really mattered was that we weren't just cutting costs, we were building sustainable long term efficiency into their operations. And that's something I'm really proud of. Sanya, how about you? What's a modernization project you've been especially excited about?
So the project which I could think about is this particular client, which is in financial sector. So this client faced multiple challenges like the deployment cycles were manual, they were time consuming, and the important thing for them was to innovate their whole infrastructure but without sacrificing security as it was a financial client. So they sought CGI for help. And to make this happen, we brought in a teams of like greatest expert CGI has to offer, and we designed and delivered secure cloud solution. We migrated their API gateway, mobile applications, big data analytics, and we migrated all of them for our client while making sure that security was up to par. And what really mattered here, Jyoti, was it was really a transformative move because I was so amazed to see that what used to take weeks was just slashed to a matter of hours.
And that's exactly what we're proud of, making sure technology and business continuity work hand in hand. Sanya, could you share another example of how we've helped clients in a similar way?
Sure. So, speaking of the similar transformation, so one client was having difficulty with their on prem infrastructure, and their on prem infra just couldn't meet any business needs for scalability. Again, the costs were going up, and security was a major concern for them. So, what's next? Like, we came in and we started with intensive and extensive assessment process. We planned a phased GCP migration here to reduce any disruption in the infrastructure. And here as well, we were specially diligent about data protection, as again, this client was in financial services. We strengthened their IAM encryption and data encryption. And you know that at the end of the engagement, we had increased scalability and resource utilization by 30%, reduced their infrastructure cost by 25%, and translating to the savings of 400K annually. And again, we improved their security by 20%. So all these transformation really changed the client who was doing business with CGI.
That's amazing. And as these stories show, the impact of DevOps and cloud goes way beyond just upgrading technology. It's about driving real transformation, delivering results that can actually be measured, and building strong and lasting relationship with our clients. While every client and project is different, what stays the same is how we work side by side with our clients to navigate complexity, to embrace change, and just to set them up for success in this fast moving world that we're in.
Exactly, Jyoti. And what really motivates here me is seeing how these solutions empower organization, all the people to achieve more. And I could say, like, whether it's um, improving efficiency, saving money, or having any new ideas, I feel truly rewarded to be the part of this journey.
That's amazing. So, to wrap things up, if you're passionate about technology, if you love solving complex problems and are excited to roll up your sleeves and build real solutions, I highly encourage you to consider a career in DevOps and Cloud. We are excited about what's ahead and would love for you to be a part of the journey. Please feel free to reach out to us directly or stop by the career booths to connect with our team. We'd be more than happy to evaluate your profiles, answer your questions, and share more about our experiences. But before we close, Sanya, any final thoughts?
So thank you so much for spending your time with us today. And we are very happy to answer any questions you may have and share more like what it's to work for CGI. And we look forward hearing to you. And again, yes, we are ready for any Q&A session. Thank you.
Okay, so I see one question come in saying, what would you say DevOps is the way for companies to do automation at large scale? I would say yes. DevOps is a key enabler for automation at scale, especially when it's implemented thoughtfully. So it brings together development, operations, as well as automation under the overlapping culture is collaboration and continuous improvement. So I think with the right tooling and processes like using CI/CD pipelines, infra as code, automated testing, monitoring, DevOps helps organizations move faster, even reduce manual effort and improve reliability as well. But actually, it's not just about tools; it's about uh, creating success at scale, and depending on how we align people, processes, and culture, that really brings things together. Without that alignment, automation efforts could stall or could become fragmented, so that could be a challenge. But yes.
So the other question is, what is the major cloud platform adopted by CGI? So here at ET, I would say that we don't have such any major cloud single platform which is adopted by us. We work on all the platforms which have AWS, Azure, and GCP. So it really depends on the client. So what would you like to add, Jyoti, to it?
um, yeah, you've covered it well. But yes, with CGI we are using these major, we have partnerships with these major cloud platforms, and we like to maintain that alliance partnership with them. So Azure, AWS, GCP are the major ones. All right, so next there's another question saying, what do you recommend as the best practice for onboarding teams after implementing these cloud solutions? Okay, that's a good one. So I think onboarding teams after implementing is just as critical as the technical rollout itself. And one of the best practices is to treat onboarding as a change management initiative, not just a knowledge transfer. So we could start with some tailored enable sessions, like have workshops that explains not just how, but also the why behind the new solution that we have suggested or we've just implemented. And then maybe provide hands-on training through labs or sandbox environments so that teams can explore safely in an environment that they can get their hands dirty on to try it out. It also helps to create some simple but role specific documentation, and just provide some, like a centralized location where they can access like self service to any documentation, like a knowledge hub. That would be something that I'm sure would be super valuable. And I think also establishing some sort of a feedback loop is important, like have them let you know if there's something that they would like differently, and then maybe that gives you feedback into how you can improve in the next iteration, if there's any features that you want to add or change depending on the feedback that you receive from the users. So I think that's how adoption would stick. Anything you want to add, Sanya?
You have perfectly captured everything, but yeah, I would say that the best practice for onboarding teams um, would be to provide the clear documentation. That's the key when we are transitioning, giving the role based access to everyone, and again, the trainings. So, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Another question says, what does CGI require from candidates seeking a role in DevOps and Cloud team? That's a very relevant question to this topic. So I think CGI does look for a mix of technical expertise and uh, problem solving skills, also like a collaborative mindset that we've been talking about during our talk just now. I think those candidates would be good. Technically, a solid understanding of cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, GCP would be great, and any hands-on experience in these cloud platforms with infra as code is also valuable. If you have that with Ansible, Terraform, also with CI/CD pipelines, containerization tools like Docker, Kubernetes, monitoring solutions. But these are technical skills, but just as important are soft skills. So,
Yes.
communication, adaptability, and one thing that we like to promote a lot is continuously learning, because there's so much that keeps coming in this field. So it's important to be curious and continuously learn, keep looking for any new um, information, article, feature coming in. And I know that CGI also values people who are proactive, who are client focused, and who are comfortable working across teams. Of course, certifications also help, but what really stands out is someone who can demonstrate some real world examples or impact that they have had before, and a passion for automation and innovation just helps as well.
Great. So, the other question is, how do you see AI impacting DevOps? So, um, to me, I see AI that's enhancing DevOps. It's not only impacting it, it's enhancing our DevOps. Like we can automate tasks, we can improve monitoring, again, accelerate the software delivery, um, and many like we can for AI, I can say we can enhance any anomaly detection and enable proactive incident management. So together with AI and DevOps, it would be a better software, a reliable and much more faster delivery. So what would you say to this, Jyoti?
Absolutely, I agree with that, Sanya. So I think even from the aspect of predictive analysis, it's something that can help identify issues before they cause outages. And that's a big part of the SRE offering that we have, the site reliability engineering offering. And even with incident responses or identifying root cause analysis, all those things can also be automated, and we can use AI to leverage the uh, actual outcome of what it could give us. And it's all about accelerating our feedback loops and improving our reliability. And actually, we're also seeing AI help optimize cloud costs and
Yes.
even source usage. And that ties back to our FinOps practices that we have within the emerging technologies team. So I think the future of DevOps will be very AI assisted, and it will enable teams to focus on innovation and less on repetitive tasks that already DevOps has been trying to do all this time. But that said, I think human judgment and context will still be crucial. Like AI is a powerful tool, but it won't be a full replacement.
Perfect.
All right, I think we are at time.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody for joining. Please feel free to reach out if we've fallen short of time. If you still have questions, we can communicate after that. And yeah, join us at the career booth or ping us on Swapcard. We are there available to connect with you and chat with you for any further questions. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Thank you.